Okay. Don't need one, but it got you looking. Just making sure I got all my things sorted. Is it not changed? Still, eh? I hit the button. Hold on. Where's the damn monitor? Hold on. Oh, it does. I changed that, but oh, whatever. I'll change it again. There we go. Bonjour, madame. Yeah, I'm trying something new. I have raided Hades so many times I wanted to change it up, and this one was on sale. You're roasting it shit like what is the purpose of the chicken? Complicated but great. Well, that's sounds like it's up my alley. Is it all the women I'm dating? Must be. Must be. The dozens and dozens, apparently. Dokubom presents. Oh. It was made by a single raw furry. Remarkable bit of work.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
This art style.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
What do you mean they work?
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
The 1900s.
Sinclair.
That was forever ago. given you so much anxiety your brain was moving and you couldn't breathe. What was it? What brand is this? Your tummy's full from supper with your dad, but you want the ice cream in the freezer? There's a reason I cannot keep ice cream in the freezer. I cannot help. Zoa. That is, I haven't seen that one yet. Where'd you find it? I know. I am a relic of the 1900s myself. Hold on. We need to resume day one, call it a day, room directory. Costco, and they meet the sugar-free. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I am a lover of Monster, but I am willing to change things up. What the hell am I doing? Oh, mouse sensitivity. This is way too low. Green apple's not bad. It's sometimes a little sour. Yeah, I can work with this. Oh god, I can go outside too, right out the gate. We have much to discover. Luca hits to Shiloh for no reason? A Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. What was she like? Were they separated? Like they weren't even interacting? Or you may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. The entrance hall, the antechamber. From its root meaning the word before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. Interesting. NASA's gonna make a Rise plushie. 60 days to get through all the stuff, but to watch. I don't know what Rise is. Is it like, okay, hold on. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up real quick. It's a ball. It's the moon, isn't it? Am I wrong? This makes no sense to me yet, but I'm sure it will. The stuffy they use in space. The little ZGI? Open only in the event of my death. Oh, my lord. Zero gravity indicator. Okay, okay. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy. He's there to show zero gravity. Oh, fair enough. I guess you need some way of, like, designating before you unstrap yourself. I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. It has the SD card with 5 million names in it and your name's in it? Oh, you're special. You're extra special then. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of my bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from outside. Okay. Chicken needs more time. How long has it been? Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off. Or have you not had dinner yet? You're still cooking it at 9, I guess. $60. Another hour? It's been an hour. That makes more sense. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. Now trying 20. Okay. You may not stay overnight. Does time pass? We'll find out. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. All right. We are hunting. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose a footstep. Okay? When you no longer have any footsteps left, different rooms do different things, and it's a long play. That's okay. I don't know how much time I think I put, what was it, like 20 hours into the Expedition 33 stream by the time we were done. When you no longer have any footprints left, you will be too tired to continue searching the matter and must call it a day. Oh, I see. So it's... Okay. You put 2 hours into it to understand 3 rooms. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Select a room to draft. Whenever you enter this room, you gain 2 footsteps, a hallway. We're creating the path. I see. We want to get to the antechamber. Okay, stop. Stop what? Stop what? What am I stopping? Get a piece. I have to make that. Okay. I return. Not the first time. Not the first time I've been fucked, but let's see. Yeah, that's fair enough. The 49th time this week with all the girlfriends you got. You know how many... so many phone numbers in this black book closet. It resets every day. You'll want to remember if rooms match and what they do. This is going to be interesting. I'm already getting like Myst and Riven vibes. Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Okay. Bedroom has 2 doors. It looks like there's... Inventory, blueprint. A familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring. Rarity, commonplace, drafted once. Gain 2. And it remains that. It doesn't close the door behind you or anything. Readings from Reddington. The finger. Oh, I can't put on the hat. I'm actually... Even though I wouldn't be able to see it, I'm actually majorly disappointed that I cannot put on the hat. The trunk is locked. Grandma? I see the necklace with a half moon or a crescent moon on it. That would be Waning Gibbon. And that they may be relevant for all I know. I think that's all that's in here. Oh, moving between rooms? Oh, good to know. Nook gives me a key. Well, I need a key. I assume that means I have to find it in here. It doesn't just automatically provide it. Oh. Well, that was simple. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Pad, scrap of paper, perhaps most fittingly a journal that will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you. From the look of those pages, I'm going to be making some notes. Why is... I have, like, long hair wrapped around my feet here, and it's bugging me. What passes up beside... No, it's not yours. I found another one of those damn blue hairs, though, the other day, and I think it was a jacket I hadn't worn since quite some time. Yes, every time I pass through a doorway. So I go back in here to open the box. But I gain 2 footprint steps when I do. Oh, that gets complicated. A pair of ivory dice. While drafting, you may use dice to roll new floor plans. Oh, that is gonna be good to know. We're getting complicated already. Okay. A pantry. Guest bedroom gains 10 steps back, but it creates a dead end. Storeroom. I think pantry makes the most sense. A banana. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as they've just been informed we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. What? 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses. Please bring back any change from the order. Leave it in the pantry. 50 steps should be more than enough. What? A well-stocked pantry is a true test of a large estate. Keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredient supply stocked is the primary priority of the house staff. Can I climb? No. That's all. Hold on. Where's my inventory? Do I have an... I picked up the banana, but I don't... I'm already confused. I'm looking... I want to get to the antechamber, yeah? Yeah. I think. I'm assuming that's what I want to do. A puzzle piece? Parlor... I'll take the den. Some things give you steps. I did see something about a spare bedroom or something like that gave me back 10 steps. I see fruit also seems to add to my step counter. Treasure. I see pawns everywhere. I feel like that's somehow thematic. I'm not trying to take in like too much in one shot, just in case I start reading. This is a very clocky room. Reading too much into like what I'm looking at. Wonder if you can create an impossible loop. Oh, sure you can. The closet can give me 2 steps. A bathroom that's a dead end. You got the letter to see the rheumatologist for July 3rd. That's... We're in what, April now? May, June, July? That's a ways off. There may be a cancellation before then. That'd be good if they could. Is this one of the red rooms? Yes, red room, dead end. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests, despite them always probing for its location. Lit match. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. A dead end with nothing in it, so it was pointless for me to make it. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Red room, dead end. I thought maybe it would. You made. You just risk rebooking for August? Drawing room super important. Gem requirement. I need the gem to activate it, but I can draw it any time. It takes that to mean that it's good. Oh no, lived long enough to get arthritis, but that's a lot of horses. Oh. Each time you click on a door, you'll draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. I know it is big first world problems. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3. Okay, I understand. In drawing room, I have 2 potential exits. I would like to head towards the antechamber. View inventory of all items currently in the house? That's not a dead-end room. That could be useful. It also creates an impossible doorway into the dead ending into the lavatory. Not sure how that would work. Or I could just use this to craft a storeroom and get a bunch of things I needed. Got the boobs jiggled by the surgeon. I didn't get jiggled by anybody. Well, no, Shoulder Cat. Well, no, they don't. Shoulder Cat is getting to be very demanding cat, actually. 3 things and a gem. Didn't I pick up an emerald gem in the other room? And then you watch stuff about cults. Shoulder Cat is really going hard on the name Shoulder Cat because I cannot. It desperately wants to be on my shoulders at all times. When you enter a chapel, is she one of the 12? Shoulder Cat is my electrician apprentice there. She is bestest girl, but it's the customer's cat. It's not my cat, but she likes to if I lock eyes, she'll like demand my attention to such a point. Like if I bend down, she'll. Good luck on the live, give you 1,000 likes. Holy moly, dude! Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. She will actually. She's learned at this point that if I'm wearing my jacket, it's okay to jump up and climb up on my shoulders, and then she'll just ride there until I take the jacket off. One star for each time you've drafted the observatory. Food for sale in the kitchen. This one costs me money. This one turns me back around in a circle. I need rooms pointing that way, but it'll cost me money to do. I think it makes sense to do, though. I'm gonna do it. I have money. You can tell this is a fictional game because I have money. Looking, I want to head that way. keys for sale. This looks like a dead end again, but I gained 5 steps. Hallway. We're taking hallway. Okay, this is what happens when you create an impossible corner. Okay. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. You eating salad? You gave up on the chicken? Or the chicken comes later? Parlors give you a puzzle piece. It's cooking. Oh yeah, corridor is always left unlocked. What is the puzzle piece for? Play the corridor. Take note of that and the color. You'll find out why later. Ah! I wasn't paying enough attention, I guess. And you told me to get a thing to write on. That's my own. I can't pick up the hat. Parlor. There it is again. I'm taking a note of this. This game, have you played this game? Parlor. Looks like blue-green. Pen is stuck. There we go. Okay. We're going to do it. You're not an escape room person? But a good jigsaw. What he's going to find out is some inside things make outside things do things. I do like figuring things out. Oh, I see 3 locked boxes already. And a wind-up key. A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. I imagine this is a thing that does things that make other things do things. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate, the Oldhams, last Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had seen indecent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back. Read the notes. Involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game, when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. The box is behind me. Three boxes. One box always speaks the truth. One box always tells lies. I knew it. Only one box has a prize. And it rhymes, too. If you screw it up, I have to wait till the next round to try again. Okay. Oh, man, is it going to be based on things I've seen? That's from the beginning of the game. Okay, checking it out. All right. No. Good to know. Okay. The gems are on the desk. The gems are in this box. The gems are on the floor. I assume that means within the room. Because there are no gems. There are no gems on the desk in this room. Nor are they on the floor. Which implies that they're inside this box. And I'm assuming this is a situation where that'll get more that was a tutorial puzzle, if I'm going to guess. This door is locked. Do I have a key? I have one key. Hold on. I don't even have an alternate door to take except back here at the entrance hall, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Passageway. That might be smart. It gives me the most possible... It takes 2 gems to get it. Gives me the most possible escapes. Yeah. Rank 6. A long series of unfinished passages used primarily by servant staff. No point going that way. Locked. Don't tell me. Ooh. Launder currency. I'm at rank 6, but I have not reached rank 8. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Food feeds me, makes me, steps, I believe. Laundry room, it looks like it's a dead-end room. So that's a bad choice. Food will give me steps when I achieve food. When I achieve rank 8, I mean. Tell me. We're open. Okay. Items for sale. This is a dead-end room. These are both gem requirement rooms. That way's locked, so I don't want to lock myself off. I have 2 dice. We're going to roll it. Is a concert going on outside? Less motivated. Yeah, it makes sense to be less motivated to get ready for bed. What concert is that? Or take the spare room. Billiard room is again. Should I be drawing the shape of the puzzle piece? Okay, good to know. Sometimes events happen at the top of the building outside. Well, I mean, the weather is finally turning around to, like, being enjoyable to be outside in, so I kind of get it. And by kind of get it, I 100% get it. Just put dead end on the dead end ones. That makes sense. I should maybe be aiming for the walls for that purpose. Hadn't left the house since Friday, and your parking lot was no snow. Awesome. I think I'm getting down where I'm... Oh, locked door. I'm headed... Go to Candlelight on Friday. Oh, that is something I have not done. It looks amazing, though. I have to backtrack so far. Because this one's locked, too. Or I go this way and try to go around. Do you know what the one is for Candlelight? That's also locked. It'd be nice if it showed a lock symbol of some kind on it. That way's locked. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. That makes no sense. I think that means it gives me steps back. Getting dressed up, doing dinner, then going, and you're gonna... Hey! Gerbil. Hamster. Folded like laundry is good for the soul. We all know it. Hamster snack? I can't... The Turtles of Vera. That sounds terrible. The Thinsdale Mystery. Okay, so this room was pointless. I thought it was going to give me steps back because it's a bedroom. Oh, it was a puzzle. Duh. I understand better now. Wait, you have a pie by your best friend and a folder. Yeah, no kidding. We should. Oh, right, it takes money. Damn you, Chapel. The conference room at least gives me escape. Breaker box. Power source. The conference room gives me an escape and ties back to the Nook. Kiddo's gonna be mad in a few weeks. Booked a doc appointment with mine. He's missing shots. If they get him quick, they won't even... Utility and breaker are both important. Or boiler, I mean. I'm drawing a weird house here. Huh? I assume I did something right. Because I see it is steaming and green. That does outside things. Nice and complicated. Let me look. Ah. That opened. Yes, it did. Now it did inside things. Okay, but this gate is locked. Because I need access to that door to turn that one on, I assume. But that door is blocked off because it goes into a bedroom where there is no door. I am learning. Already 100 messages, wow. To be fair, there's a heck of a lot of drama sometimes, and the kids get shots at school. So if your kid's a needle drama maker. Mine just had to have... Yeah. Well, I remember the last time he needed to get blood done, I think we both... Well, I had to kind of hold him, and you had to kind of, like, soothe him. Cannot see floor plans. This gives me access, but I do not have a gem to get it. Yeah? Yeah. I am drawing myself into a corner. This room is also important. Why not? Both of them? Oh, the boudoir. Figures that that's the one I would pick blind. That is... Hold on, a safe. That is not the picture I would have on my mirror. Oh, my arm. Hold on. The boudoir is quite bare, actually. Okay, we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that I randomly pick a room that has another door out of it. Whoop. In this room? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. This room is this room. There's the thingamajiggy, the gramophone. Gramophone? Behind the mirror, you weirdo. Do I have any way of figuring this out yet? Hold on, scrolling up. Twice you had to be physically restrained from needles as a kid. Once you were 4, once grade 5. You had to send Dad out of the room both times? Whoopsie. Trial and error. Is it... Should I hear something? Does it feel like it's driving up a wall with putting up the gums? Ooh. There must be a hint, a clue, a something. A vape. No, it's not. Do I want a hint? I would accept one. I'm looking for indications, but I'm not seeing anything in the picture. The answer is only 1, 2, and 5s. You should put a disclaimer in your description of the stream for no spoilers. I generally prefer no spoilers, but if I'm sitting here confused, it's okay. I don't know how I figured that out. Oh, it's 4. I did. That's a surprise. Herbert, I was distraught to learn you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. Red 4. Red 4. Now. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. What a way with words. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly you undermine the cause she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew, as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. You can tell when I'm going to be annoyed, eh? Yeah, actually, you know what? That's the full mode. Yeah, you know full well when you can see it building, but you will gladly watch it build. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. I cannot keep that. Good to know. You used all of the emojis. Don't tell me I made a closet. I made a closet. But it gives me a key. A small coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Nice. Did it not say that closets have... Yeah, 2 items, actually. What's that mean? It's a dead end. Stash away in a proper place. Onward. 20 steps. Looking. I need to go... At this point, I think I have to go... I can go to passageway, use my key to unlock a door. Or I can try getting a path through here. I think I'm going to go... I need access to that. I did a foolish, I think, with this room. Holy crap. One of my students and I have been bonding with chicken nugget socks. Oh no. He found this year's McHappy Day socks and there's nugget socks in it. Bought him and I matching pairs. That's adorable. I was wearing my socks and he was like, "Do you have new nugget socks?" And he was like, "No." That's awesome. Teachers, you all don't get enough credit for the things you do for the kids. I'm like, good teachers. They are hard to find and deserve better. Oh dear. I have 1 gem. The red thing is the note you... I did figure that out. I did realize. Utility closet would be a terrible choice. Duet? Duet? Dudette? Do the utility closet? Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I feel like you're giving me terrible advice. Dart. Nice little potato patch there. You need a shovel. Okay. I can only do mailroom, which creates a dead end. Or I can redrive. 1 more redraw. Screw it. Well, I goofed it. Might as well do utility. Got a tough class this year because they can't handle you at all. So you've been masking all year? Ooh, that's rough. It's been exhausting. You're not the teacher you can be. Well, it sounds like you're trying. You feel like a big ol' she-dog all year, eh? Toggling off breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Interesting. VAC indicators. So, darkroom is... I have one. Okay. Alright, that's off. VAC indicators. Cabinet? I can't do anything with it anyway. On? Across the board? Might as well. Does that mean I can see in the darkroom now? Maybe it will. Looking. Boiler path. Running out of steps. 7. Lose some money. 6. No. I think I need to get at that tank, which requires me to get access through that door. I'm pretty sure. Because I see like an elevator there. Like if I had built this room so that you had access through this door, then I think I'd be able to get there. But I failed to get that lucky. There's an elevator there that I think if I could get power running to it, it'd make the elevator work and give me access as well. But I imagine the button is up there. Because if it goes around, up and over? Yeah, I switched on Darkroom. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, Sonoman looks smiley. Enhance! Oh. We have a heart in a peach tree? That's out in the yard, I guess. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark. Keep an eye on that. Lockpick kit. Will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. That must be her late. Was it an Apple II? Maid's doing maid things. Oh. Yeah, go ahead. No worries. They look happy here and not at all when it's in focus. You think the knife says Chile or Chile? Then you would agree. Then I think that was my opinion. Mr. In is funny and all, but it's I don't. The fact that you can turn it though, it's actually really neat. Sinca Co. That's the same name as it was on the safe. Good lord, this face. Now you need to play this game again too. Well, being that you already know different things, you probably able to jump back into it faster. Man, someone really liked these maids. Sinca Co. Also, someone really liked these maids. Someone's taken a lot of creep shots. Okay, I'm about to run out of steps. And I am miles away. So I think I'm going to be forced to end the day shortly. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't think I have enough steps to get to the entrance. Yeah. You've used all your steps and must now call it a day. You have pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must return to your campsite to get rest. Continue your search tomorrow, but the house might be a little bit different. Maybe it was made by Mr. In, but was made in Chile. I'm pretty sure that it's something like that. Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. BRB. What game is this? This is Blueprints. Mount Holly mid-sized villa. So I got something started, but I didn't make it to the antechamber. Rank reached 7. Items found 3. Okay, that's day 1. Save and continue. This is Blueprints. I am just starting. I have not played it before. Thank you for the TikTok follow. Appreciate that. Okay, day 2. With 50 steps to work with. I can go outside, but I'm not sure if I want to go outside. That looks pretty cool, actually. Damn. Okay, I assume searching the estate can be exhausting. You will lose a... Yeah, that's all the same. That's the same. Okay. Opinions on it so far? I've only been playing for not even an hour yet, but it seems interesting. It's like an ever-shifting house sort of puzzle where you're building the house around itself, rather. Parlor has a puzzle in it, which I think I wrote down already. Yeah, blue-green. I'm going to go pantry. Because it always has food in it, and food gives me steps back. Because every time I move through a room, I lose a step. Okay, I cannot... Bedroom works. It gains me back steps. Now I'm actually curious. Hold on. Guest bedroom might be the best thing I could do for myself, but knowing that I might soft lock myself, because if that shows up... So long as that works every time. A small bedroom maintained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. Now, if I leave this room into this one, I gain 2, and then I lose 1 but gain 10. Note that only happens once. Sinclair. Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, as I enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. So I'm making a note of that. Billiards room. Math puzzle. Hoping your health improves shortly. Electronic key card for the security doors. That's potentially quite useful, considering if I find myself in a situation Can I game this 61, 60? No, it puts you right back where you were. It pretty much makes the room a free room. Okay, I've created a dead-end loop. Now the only door I can use is this one. If I do that, I soft lock myself entirely, so I don't want to do that. The parlor has a puzzle, and I'm going to do it. Okay. The blue box is true. Yeah, we got a game over there. Okay. Blue box is true. This box is empty. You are in the parlor. I am in the parlor. Oh, that's tricky. You are in the parlor is true. Let me think about this one. You are in the parlor is true. Which means that this statement has to be a lie. The blue box is true. Oh man, that gets hold on. Winding key. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. At least there will always be at least one box, which is always true. There will always be at least one box which displays false statements. So there could be multiple truthful statements. I get the new plastic health card? I do. I have my paper one still. I have my last 3 paper ones, but I have the plastic one. So the blue box is true, and you are in the parlor are both true statements, which means there must be at least one remaining one that is a lie, which means the box is empty is the lie. Because it's not empty. Well, that's good. I needed exits. That still only gives me 1 exit. You haven't gotten my. I haven't gotten mine, but I was at the doctor's notice to just scan the plastic one. And you felt bad for handing them the paper one. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It has the QR code on the back, so they just take the machine and go boop, and they're already off to the races. They still verify with you. That's a good idea to sign up. That's a bad idea. Talking to myself. If I use this, I soft lock myself from continuing. The Nook is necessary to continue. West Wing Hall. I'm going to do it because I desperately need more doors. Oh, I'm on the outside edge of the house. I have windows. Huzzah! Spare room, storeroom, courtyard. We're doing courtyard because doors. Doors are absolutely necessary to continue. A functioning metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Money, as they say. I'm not going to use that yet. Crud. I really don't want to use the chapel because I feel like I'll be barred from going through it if I run out of money. I have to choose something though. This is a dead-end room with nothing in it. It's pointless. This at least has a purpose. And then I'm going to... Drawings everywhere, I swear. Turn the key card thing off. Don't know what those are. Turn the power on. In case I come across those rooms, I will be ready for them. Okay. Guess I'm using the key. Hold on. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to roll the dice to gain 3 keys. What? Oh, I see how the metal detector works. It just makes finding them easier. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month, and you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship, your absences must be accounted for. Mrs. Babbage. I'm curious. I lose a step for that. I'm on the west path. Do you know how to sign up, Miss Rainbow? It was actually super easy when I did it. Can I jump in the... No, I can't jump in the river. Literally unplayable. What is this? What? Okay. Tool shed gets... Interesting. Tool shed gives me 2 special items. The hovel makes special floor pans cost steps instead of diamonds. Not really a problem yet. I don't have a shovel, so there's no point to having the root cellar. So we're going to do the tool shed. And what do you know? I got a shovel. Looks like it's good for digging. And a hammer can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. There's a lot of tools here, but apparently none I can take. Well, that's cool. I'm learning, right? I'm slowly learning things. What's a dig spot look like? Oh, the garden room. The courtyard has dig spots, I think. Does it make sense to go back? I'll look around outside and see if I'm allowed to look around outside. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Well, I'm glad I looked outside. Make a wish. We'll see if that comes true. Well, this is good. I was really worried about... Is that a house in there? I was really worried about running out of steps and having a very short... Interesting. This estate, though. My God. There is pipes coming here. Why would there be pipes coming here? This is the smoothest jazz. I can hardly even call it jazz. It's just smooth. I assume I'll have a way to light this up later. Dead end. Yeah, I went out through the garage over here, and I was able to unlock a gate, access the tool shed, which gives me permanent access to the west gate path. Apparently, presumably there is also an east gate and such and such, and other permanent things. But while I'm out here, I might as well poke around before I go back inside. Okay. Put your paperwork in. They said 6 to 10 weeks. That's not great, but it's, the government, so it's reasonable. Oh, this must be my campsite. It said something about the campsite. Due to the rules set forth, 3 months back pays a lot. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time. I don't know, I think... I'm guessing you're not allowed to stay in the house because the house moves. It shifts, yeah? Like, it makes sense. Lord knows where you'd... Interesting. Well, there's bound to be a reason why that, like a way to find the code naturally. No zeros, just ones, twos, and eights. But why? But what? But how? The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you'll start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Cool. That will be useful. Apples, apples. There's pictures of the apple trees in the dark room. Smokers. Interesting. Bird baths, absolutely everywhere. That's what the pipes are for. That's what the pipes are for. The pipes that go to the other thing are the same pipes. No idea what time that is. Gardener's logbook. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find my predecessor had kept no notes, no log, no record, no kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. I do love some tomfoolery. Among my many commission duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I shall still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms. Nope. Within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house. Hold on. Eight green rooms can only be drafted on the perimeter on east and west wing, terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall in this category. Oh my god, okay. One of the first tasks I undertook as soil groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yield. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As expected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. This just gets a picture. This is smudge pots. I told you it's complicated. You're going to be stuck in this nightmare because, no, I cannot let it go. Once it catches hold of me. A few years ago, the Barrett made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lights to electric power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are connected and powered by gasoline, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude. The gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas machinery. Ah! I don't know. Have you played Myst, Riven, any of those ones? Because it does remind me a lot. Riven was the first game to ever make me actually keep a journal. Okay, I think that was all of it. No. Very much just like, yeah, no, you bounce. You bounce. Well, you know how much you bounce. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion and have submitted a request for change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request seriously, but she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. The cloister would be attached to the church. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner Garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for particulars for a third time. Okay, that's the last page. Okay. Nothing else in here? What is that? Looks like a gem stand. So it said something about turning off the gas to these things. So there's adequate gas inside the house. Oh, we're going to be a blue flame blueprints. Can I turn it again? Yes. And it's going to give me a little cutscene of it shutting off. Okay. If I was to guess, this is important. I'm also going to guess that that's persistent from run to from thing to thing. Oh, seasons change. Okay. Good to know. The shit? Mr. President, are you in the bunker, Mr. President? I think that's everything I can investigate over here. Unless there's anything I missed. Yeah, this is not a matter of just having a few idle notes in a notebook. This is definitely going to be keeping track of things. I don't mind though. It's been a while since I've been able to do something like this. So presumably there's something on the other side of the property. Did I investigate down here? Yes, that's the dead-end cave. Presumably there's something on the other end of the property, other side of the property, that is also attached to that gas line. And probably inside the house. But since I'm already inside and I don't want to go through the front door, because that'll waste steps... Yeah. We return to the interior. cat stealing your chicken. I did see that, but Nightbot is right on top of all caps messages. Miss Rainbow has run afoul of that many a time. West Wing. Oh. Shovel. A dirty coin. My favorite kind. Okay. Pebbles. Delicious pebbles. These games should just allow you to toggle sprint on, like, semi-permanently. That would be the stupidest. This is the stupidest. I think this just soft locked me out of this day. I have no more doors I can make. Yep. Leads to a room with many doors. Well, that would have been nice to get. Yeah, garage only has one way in and out. I have so many keys now. It's blocked, blocked, block loop, block, block, block. Yeah, we have to call it a day. I know. We reset the inventory. A small cottage, but we got outside. Save and continue, of course. I would also like a small cottage. I would not turn that down. This is a nice small cottage right here, I think. Look at all my steps. I am truly the cardio king. Okay. We're going this way again. It tends to throw me a pantry. I'm curious. Is this going to throw me a bedroom again? No. I'll take Nook, just so I can get a key. Oh, that's cool. Coat check. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. That's actually really neat. Guest bedroom gives me 10 steps. I don't need it, but I'm probably gonna wish I did. Yeah, it's gonna be gem. Repeat. Yeah. Dog box. Okay, that was a good little loop. Okay. The den only gives me one door. The corridor might be the way to go, because it allows me just to pass on. I don't know what that means. I feel like it's going to be important later. One, the fixed stars, the Stargazer's companion to the constellations. Here we go. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effect that accompanies the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This is going to be important. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joys of stargazing. The North Star is worth 1 gold. Hold. So I assume this is for seeing them through the actual telescope. North Star. +1 gold. The Twins. Two trunks. Added to entrance hall. It probably took away my big hammer again, didn't it? The Slice, that's 3 stars. Oh, I wonder if this is to do with me trading in my stars that I'm earning for drafting this room for this. +3 steps. One, 2, 3, 4. Diamondus Minor. +1 gem. 5. Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors more common. Oh my god. Apples are extra delicious? 7. Apple's better. I'm not taking complicated notes right now. Oh, there's no 6. 7, 8. +1 key. 5 gems. Dead end rooms are more common. 10, 8, 11. +5 gems. 12. Dead ends common. 15. 50% off. 20. Borealis, a bloom of the sky. Green rooms. Special flowers. We're talking the good stuff. Where's Little House on the Prairie? Just saw the first trailer. Actually, funny enough, she actually was watching for a little bit, she said, but she wasn't logged in. So she had to fix that. I think she might be AFK now. I'll tell her you saw it though. Spin! Spin! Okay. I'm not sure what'll happen. I'm assuming that this is going to... Huh? You really hope they do the theme song? You know, I never watched the show. I have to go turn this wheel, I think. So it points... Wrong way. Nope. Oh, it's jammed up. Oh, hold on. I got. Off you go to the shower. Chicken shower. This one? Sometimes I wish you could hit a button in this game and it would show you all the clickable stuff you missed. I do like when they what's it, like Baldur's Gate 3 has that where you can just hit Alt and it highlights everything that's interactable. We gained a coin. I don't know if that was worthwhile. That was a lot of figuring. Okay. I prefer... Me suffer? I hardly. This gives me a door. This gives me 2 doors. And being that I want doors. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room, but I don't have gems. You're gonna give me 9, eh? There was something in this room the first time I was in it, I'm pretty sure, but... Finger. Shock of the... What the shit? You're drinking water? Since when do you even know what water is? Den has 2 doors and a gem. We'll take it. You feeling all right? I'll hold on to that key, actually. If the doors start being locked, I'll bone myself. And I don't want to bone myself so early. Courtyard, no point to digging, I don't think yet. I want to get parlor or hallway. We'll go hallway. I want doors to go both ways. Flowers? Flowers. Oh, there's a letter. Oh, I knew that already. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked, so if I'm on the east wing, on this other... Can you even see my mouse? On this side, it's less likely that I'm going to bone myself quite as dramatically. Good thing I didn't use up that key. Don't have enough gems for that. So we're going dining room. How do you gain rank? Oh my god. There's so many, oh my god. Good lord, okay. Rank 5 in here. This room's pretty ranked, guys. What do we got? Oh, that would be lovely. Freezes your accounts. That would have been good if I had like a bunch. Gold and diamonds will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. I don't like that. I mean, I would like that if I was out of steps and I was ending my day. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Not sure what that means yet, but we're about to find out. Drawing. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 plans from which you must select one to draft, but there are some items or rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. This room presumably being one of them. Yes, I can redraw. Parlor hooks back. Storeroom gives me stuff. Chapel's a passage through, but it costs me money to travel through it. Redraw? That's once, that's single use. I'll take spare room. Locked. Damn, I should have taken the key. I should have checked beforehand. Oh no. Okay. Locked. We're going back to the hallway. If you're locked too. Okay. Yeah, locked doors not so fun. West Wing Hall. Uh, 68 steps is crazy. 66. To think, I just had the magic number. I can gain 3. No, I can't. I think I have to do parlor. This gives me 3 doors, but I have to totally guess about what's in there because I haven't had a utility room yet. This gives me keys though, but I can't get in there. That's right. If I get this right. Okay. The gems are in the true box. Maybe. There's only 1 box in this room. Okay, so that's a lie. Obvious lie. There are 4 boxes in this room. That is also a lie. Which means this was telling the truth. The gems are in the true box. Which means it is in its own box. Black. Okay, fingers crossed we get a garage. Damn it! Okay, locked. The den has a door, but this whole side, if I don't get a key out of this room, I'm boned. Was this locked? There is a key in here. Which then gives me access to some other room. It moves me forward. You ass. Your brain's working, buckle up. I'm not gonna be here super late. Though. I usually try not to go much past 11. Huh? Security door is locked by a key card. You know, I found one in my last run. Didn't find it in this run yet. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. No. Locked on 3 sides. This one's locked. This one's locked. Storeroom's a dead end. I gotta go all the way back to the entrance hall for a door. Alright. Den bedroom. You are kidding me right now. I'm not going to take a chance on the closet. We are fingers crossed we get a key room. That is the most useless thing for me right now. Oh my god. What is this? The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. That's cool. That's useful. I was already deep in a run. Or early in a run, as the case may be. Okay, we're gonna... Crap! Give me something with a key. Kitchen, nursery. This is the end of my run. Honestly, this is the end of my run. So I might as well just coat check the gem, I guess. Not yet. Oh, I can only check items. And I can retrieve it on any day you have a coat check in your house. I'm not going to bed just yet. I'm probably going to do one more run. And maybe it'll be the God run. Who knows? No, that's a closet. Not going to bed just yet, but I think after this run, after this next run, it'll be Betty Bye time for me. We're calling it a day there. A rustic villa with a massive observatory above the roof. I have not come near the antechamber since run 1. Day 4. Dawn of the 4th day. Give me a cane, I'm an old man. Okay, is this going to be a kitchen again? No, we're changing it up today. Parlor. The gems are in the white box. Statements with the word white are always true. The statement on the white box is true. Well, they can't all be telling the truth. At least one of them has to be a lie, which makes this one by nature a lie. If this one says the gems are in the white box, and this one says a statement on the white box is true, and this one says statements with the word white are always true, then that would mean that all 3 are telling the truth, which would mean that this one has to be a lie. But that would potentially mean that this one is also a lie, which makes this one the true. We're going to find out in a second. Logic puzzles. I don't mind them. Den gives me 2 doors but costs a gem. No, I gain a gem. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. Chapel it is. Can I enter the chapel with no money? I can. I just can't. Okay, that's good. I'm not locked out of it. Corridor is always left unlocked. That's good. Nook gives me a key, but I don't want to hook back yet. I want to follow this wall. Observatory. Sure. A pair of chests have been added to the entrance hall. Somebody keep that in mind for me. An ampersand? That at the end of this run, I want to... Don't do that. Don't do that. I want a hallway, maybe. Wish I could turn rooms. Damn it. Pantry works. Banana. The sequel will be called Bingo Princess. Like, oh, that's bad. That's good, but that's good, but that's bad. If they do a draft in the States, I doubt half the country would even qualify to be in the military. Way more sedentary than people were. That's actually a major problem, as I understand it. Apparently, volunteering is at a 15-year high, but most people do not qualify. No, we're going to do commissary. Huh? Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important you do not fail to clock in and out at a computer terminal on the estate. Ah! Two computer terminals can be found at security and in the lab. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Cabbage. Terminal password crossed out. They lower the standards until they get enough people. Germany in World War II was drafting 13-year-olds, people with one leg. Yes, that's a thing. And it's become a thing in Russia as well. You got like 50-year-old dudes who've been missing half a hand, like getting drafted out. Dirigiblocks. The game. It actually looks kind of fun looking at the outside. Yeah. Ukraine, for how small it is, has a population about the size of Canada. So it's not a pile of people. 40 million. At least it used to be. On the day 20 and 21, we have a 50% off sale. And day 16 and 17 closed. And I see you two over there on TikTok. both Lisa and Sunday. Appreciate you dropping in. I took 3 airplanes and an overnight train to wake up to a flat field full of sunflowers. And you were like, I took 3 airplanes and an overnight train to go to Manitoba. No kidding, eh? 3 coins for a gem, 5 for a salt shaker? 6 for a shovel, 10 for a key. A salt shaker? I have no idea. Damn it, I need a key card for that. I completely understood why it's easy for them to mine. No kidding. This is locked. I can't afford a key. So we are going through Courtyard. Security has a gem requirement. Immigrate. Well, they immigrated here. They emigrated from Ukraine to get here. Nook hooks back and I create a loop, but I gain a key, which gets me through the commissary. Migrate? Migrate is like birds, I think, more so than anything else. Nope, I want back to Courtyard. I'm pretty sure it's immigrate. Oh, I totally missed the hammer. Oh, where's my mouse? I clicked the thing. So there's locked trunks back at the entrance hall, but I take too many steps to get there right now. So I have to keep an eye on how many steps I've got. Oh, I did it again. Okay, I have a key. I have to go to the hallway. You know what? Screw it. I'm just so curious. So many gems. That is so useful. Oh my god, I keep clicking OBS here and messing up my screen. Migration is the process of people changing their permanent residence from one country to another. From the perspective of any given country, emigration is the outflow of people from a country. Immigration is the inflow of people. So yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. Finally found a different chess piece. That's what I was kind of saying. Is they immigrate to Canada, emigrated from Ukraine. It's 2 different things, but amounts to the same thing. Damn it! Hallway. Burning through my steps. This way. I understood what you said, but wanted to know how we threw migration in there. I think that migration has more to do with birds, like migratory birds. Another commissary? No, this is different. This is food for sale. Office. Oh, man alive. I can't. It's creating loops back on it. Can I not? Why can't I turn floor plans? That would be so much more convenient. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Bedroom, that's no good. Storeroom, that's also no good. It gives me keys, but I have nowhere to use them because it creates a dead-end loop, so we're going security. What just happened? I am much younger than I thought I was. I have a hat. I have a hat. I have my hat. I have a hat. I have my hat. I don't have my hat in the house. Kid knows about the hat. I have my hat. You getting for bed? All right. I think I'm gonna like I said, I'm only this is my last run for the night, so whenever this run ends, I will also be going Seeps. How could you even have a security system set up in a house that's like this? How is it possible? The piano room. Okay, so it is real time too. It's, well, I mean, I'm probably, yeah, there I am. If I move, yeah, there, see? It is real time. That is a spoiler. No, don't actually tell me. This is a rhetorical question. Oh, this is good information. This is good information. This is a front page information. Blue memos, true. Red memos, false. Something underneath there. Unless, what's that say? Unless written by hand. Oh, that's sneaky. So, like in the commissary, there's a memo right now. It's okay. It's okay. In the commissary or the kitchen, whatever, there's a memo right now that says the kitchen is closed on the 16th and 17th. But it's not handwritten, which tells me it's on red paper, which means it's a lie. It's not true. This is important. But if it was handwritten, then it would be true. Someone's got a coffee mug. Someone's actually in here. Tapes. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. View estate inventory. Currently in the house that have yet to be collected. The list will be updated as new rooms are added. A trunk and a magnifying glass? I missed those somewhere. Keycard system is currently operational. Default setting of security doors will be set to if power is lost. Unlocked. Set security level. Determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. In your estate. I'm just gonna turn that to low. Return to security menu. Log into network? Oh, I have no idea. That's hidden somewhere. So what was it? There's a trunk and a magnifying glass. Somewhere in the rooms. So many tapes. Somewhere in the rooms I've already opened, there is a trunk and a magnifying glass that I have missed. But I'm not about to go hunting that down right now. Ooh. This works. It would be cool. It would be nice if grabbable items were highlighted in some way. And you didn't have to like hunt for everything. I'm hoping that it doesn't spare room, and then hope I get something that hooks right. I'm getting people voting on my most on my knife video, my TikTok knife video over on the chat on TikTok right now. I have 3 gems. This set puts me back outside again. This is the only way I can continue. Otherwise, I have blocked myself. So we're going to go for it. Somebody peed a little on that. So I'm also learning that I need to do a better job of like looking around the rooms, because apparently I'm leaving stuff uncollected and not even realizing. This way. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. If I can't find a key, I think that's a security door. If I can't find a key on the way back, yeah. Well, I gotta go back through the security room anyway. So we'll just quickly check and see if the house inventory changed. One trunk and one magnifying glass. Oh. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Kind of already figured that out. Interesting. So this is a lie. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So, this is a lie because it's not handwritten. The antechamber is locked. Access levers are required. It's a dirty lie. Hallway. If I go this route, I don't have to lose money on the way through the pantry. I want to hang a left because in that room is a security door that I don't have a key card for. Going, parlor. And then onward to entrance room. And somewhere there is locked chest. Okay. Lost trunk. Sorry. Locked trunk. Rumpus room. I'm hoping somewhere along the line I find I can turn off the key card. But that only gets me into the commissary. It does not get me. Oh. I'd be gambling that if I go to the commissary, I can get a key. We're gonna storeroom. I can get a key. I did not see that trunk anywhere. Here, we're back in the entrance hall, and we have a long walk to get back to the drawing room. I thought for a second it was right there. Hallway to security. Bedroom. Spare room to drafting room. To key. Fingers crossed we get a decent roll. West Wing Hall. What do you want to bet these are 2 locked doors? This has potential, so long as I can just arbitrarily pick rooms that have doors out of them. And it's not locked. You know, we're going to roll the dice. Okay. Okay. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. The Red Prince. Interesting. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Be funny if there was a toddler in there. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He'd heard the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down, if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy when he was sad? A story he'd read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues we've said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. That's actually pretty good. That's actually a pretty good, early years children's book, I have to say. It's very Seussy. It's actually pretty good, I gotta admit. And that's all that's in here, as best I can tell. That Mother Goose is huge and terrifying. Okay. I can't interact with anything because I can't see it. Okay. That's our last shot. Let us explore real quick. We are out of doors. So what I want to do real quick is there's a trunk hidden somewhere in the house and a magnifying glass. And it was there before we found the security room. So the security room, it has to be prior to this point or in this room. I've been through there. Oh, what's this? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked, but that's on red, and we've established that reds are lies unless they're handwritten. So that implies to me that doors are just more likely to be locked as you move north, and that's just the way it is. Okay, can't jump down. Apparently that's against the rules. Eventually, I want to get a garage on the east side. Chess piece. I see pawns all over the place. Occasional rook, found a bishop. I imagine eventually I'll see them all. Chapel. Might as well. Hold on, hold on. There's potential here. Key cards off. Darkroom on. Garage lights on. That would have been real nice to have earlier. Do we have enough steps to get back? Because the key card door is now... Hold on before I go in there. Nope, this way. The key card door is now accessible. Because the system is off. I can't do anything with it. Because it's still a dead end, but... Oh. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Where were they? Where were those? The terminals were where? Security and the lab. So if I have enough steps to get back to the security room, the antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives. Just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Okay, this is important note. Antechamber, greenhouse, lever, broken, east and west, operational. Because you think it's blue and black, eh? Because that means there's only two viable ways to come into this room, and neither one of them can be a greenhouse. Please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Interesting. I had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing. I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. This is a hint for something. I'm glad I didn't just give up on this, glad I didn't just give up on this run. So far. finger. Wait. Wait, what the shit? Oh! There's a terminal right in front of my face. Storeroom data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Oh. 2 keys, 2 gems, 10 coins. 10 coins is a huge jump. But so far, keys are the most valuable resource that I keep running out of. Yes. You've seen the trunk that I've been missing? Is it one of the trunks where they're like little and like in a corner on the floor somewhere, or is it up high? Run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maids currently on the estate. I do not have any of those. It's on the floor. Okay, so I'm running past it and I'm not seeing it. Ah, spread gold. Sure. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that because this run is dead. I still don't know the terminal password. Why is this one not red? March of the Count. The Baron's writing. Red hair. It's a red herring. It's a red herring. Ironic. So the red stuff is a mislead. This is the clue for the safe. 100%. What am I looking for? March of the Count. The Count, I'm looking for either a person or I'm counting something. There are lots of things I could count in here. Maybe it has something to do with the bus. That's a good guess. A specific individual, maybe, because I see they're different people. Herbert. Hold on. Mr. No Mustache is on top of the safe. So I'm going to start from. No, that's not him. 1, 2, 3. That's Mustache Man. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Why March? March, 3rd month, 3 for the bus? No, not enough. It's going to be 4 probably because everything else has been 4. It's a bit of a leap of logic. 4 digits. There are hints. Holy shit. Oh, red 8. Oh shit. I am not going to get that lucky again. There's not a chance in hell I get that lucky twice. Dear Mr. Sinclair, March 3rd. A lot of 3s. Thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and in allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you had hoped to hear from us again once we'd given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Okay, so there's 8 of these total. We found letter 4, and this is letter 8. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands. No, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply, to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of these points and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted. Sleep time now? You have a good night, Miss Pants. As thinly veiled threats towards your nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope that you believe us when we tell you that it was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in the extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. We're criminals, but we're not bad guys, you know? Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause the letters pertain to. And you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever anonymous, X. So there was a ploy. There was a ploy. Let me check. Let me look. I'm out of doors, I think, right? I can go outside if I have enough doors. I can get out there, but I don't think there's anything I can do in the permanence fashion. Oh, money. Okay, now apparently there's a trunk on the floor that I've been walking past this whole time, repeatedly, and not seeing it. You know, every time I've ever watched streamers and had that happen, where they're just totally blind to something, and it drives me insane. I now know, and now you know my pain. I have no idea where this thing is supposed to be. I found it, Smay. It was full of money. Still haven't found that magnifying glass, though. Well, not really important. Headed outside. It is hard to reach chat and play a puzzle game at the same time. It's hard to do that with a lot of things. Like what was it? I was watching a guy. I want to say it was InSim. Is the streamer? He was playing a game, and it was very much like a blink and you miss it kind of like ghost hunting game. And it might have been Jacksepticeye, but he was every time he turned to look, the ghost would pop up, and when he turned back, it was like half an hour of that happening repeatedly. Interesting. Items for trade. Nothing permanent, I'm sure. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Interesting. It actually might be worth coming out here on a new run just to draft one of these bonus rooms out here. There's a computer out here. Welcome to the Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. Time lock safe. Can be accessed by setting an unlocked date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Oh shit. This must use my computer clock. I assume. So today's April, right? April. So if I set it for tomorrow, I'm purely guessing how this works. If I set this for tomorrow at let's just say I'm on by 9 p.m. and it will stay unlocked for 4 hours. So if I get lucky and I roll this room again, I'll be able to open the safe and get whatever's in it. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. 0.13. Interesting. So I can force the doors to unlock by forcing and using this room to do it. Okay. Canned water, the time lock safe. I'm totally guessing that's how the time lock safe works. That's beautiful. I had that painting. That is the weirdest thing. Oh. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool While the three of you are down there, our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Shelter from the draft pool. What's the how long is the password? Longer than that. Twelve characters long. So that's potentially 3 4-digit numbers. I'm going to make a note of the code that I used to open Red 8. Because I remember that one. Yeah, we're going to see if I can roll this room again at random. Because there's no garage, the plank is not down. I think so ends this run. I just want to check on a couple things here. Okay, the flame is still lit. That looks like tracks in there. I wonder if you need to connect to this from inside the house. Hello, Smith. Smith 4. It's been a bit since I've seen a chatter pop in from YouTube. You know what? I'm feeling spicy. We're gonna roll another. We're gonna roll a brief run. We're gonna roll a brief run. Yeah, so it would protect you from the negative effects of the next 3 rooms. So if I drafted Shelter out the gate and then rolled Chapel and Darkroom, I would not have those nerfs on me. So red rooms are always nerf rooms. I'm going to turn around, run right outside, and roll the outside room. And maybe I get something useful. Day 5 now. Just starting out. If Simon has a car, it's too bad you can't drive it. Not the kind of game. It'd be funny if you could drive it down and pick up girls. I got so many rooms in this house, girls. You have no idea. None of these are good. Special floor plans now cost steps instead of dime. Actually? Screw it. Whoa. Dear Mr. Rivane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration, and am I playing this blind? Yes. I have not played it before, and I am playing it no guides. I'm just going in blind. I didn't even watch the trailer. I just know that it's Steam says that it was much like Outer Wilds and games like that, which I loved. So strongly recommended to me. This decision is made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and services and wish you the best in your future endeavors. The first time you enter each green room, use water to gain diamonds. And meanwhile, this room makes it that I don't even need diamonds. I saw something. Oh. Oh. We have more clues. "45 rooms, 2 wings, 9 ranks, 2 starting rooms." What's 2 starting rooms mean? Where is room 46? Tested my full house theory. No luck, as expected. 45292. I know not what you mean, but I now have added you to my list of clues. What does 2 starting rooms mean? We don't get 2 starting rooms, do we? Do you like the mystery style so far? I do. I am getting a lot of the Outer Wilds vibe right out the gate, where it's like you're kind of dumped into something and you don't really know what's going on, and it's kind of on you to peruse it and find out what's going on. You don't even really know, like, you kind of stumble into there being a mystery at all. Like, yeah, that's really, I actually quite enjoy that. Okay. We only have two starting rooms, antechamber and entrance hall. I understand. These hand statues appear here and there as well. There's a lot of chess imagery. That must just be a stylistic choice. That's the worst hallway ever. That's terrible. I'm kind of willing to take it though, because it gives me money and it gives me food, which gives me more steps. I've only run out of steps once. Ah, screw it. Not what I wanted to get. But I was kind of jammed up in a corner there anyway. It'll take 3 steps away from me, but that's okay. Den might be better. I think it is. I know I said the last run was going to be my last run of the night, but this one is now my last run of the night. I'm getting so many gem rooms. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. Oop. Delicious apple. Damn it. Keep clicking on my OBS. The gems are in a box with a statement. Ha! The gems are in the black box. Ooh. That's neither a truth nor a lie. Hold on. Did the rules change? Yeah, I know. It's always like one more day, yeah. It's same thing with, honestly, a lot of games are like that. But this one is drawing me in immediately. Is a blank statement is neither a truth nor a lie. This gems are in the box, in a box with a statement. I'm gonna go with it. Nope. Which implies it was in this one. Which means that both those two were lies. That one was truth because it was blank. I don't like that one. That feels like a unfair one. What do you got for me? Man, that's not great. I want doors. So this is a game that you've played as well, Smith. It sounds like you're familiar with it. East Wing Hall secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. I'm going to take a gamble on what that means. Ah, okay. Oh my god, my back. Green rooms are red rooms are dangerous. Bedrooms are purple. Green rooms are growing. These are just hallways. I don't remember what gold is. Gold rooms are room directory. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops. Shops? That might be a shop. Because bedrooms are purple. Hallways are orange. Might be shops. Hallways being orange. I'm gonna go hallway. I'm gonna roll my dice. This makes it so hallway doors are always unlocked. That's hugely beneficial for how often I'm winding up with locked doors in hallways. Lord William Epstein, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Major Nicholas Key the Fourth, Giariana, Baron Edwin Sinclair, Count. That is the Count. Count Isaac Gates. Those names were important. Okay. Security is useful to me. It sucks down 3 steps, but I can live with that. I'm curious. I have nothing I have not found. E-card system settings. We are taking you to unlocked with low security level. And what was that number code? 4. I'm just going to see if that works. The picture I took. 45292. Nope. Worth a shot. Hey, Angler. Welcome in. I'm not going to be here for much longer, but I appreciate you stopping in. Terminal password starts with an S. I see that. It's letters. I can't make it up, but it starts with an S. I'm just going to try one more thing while I'm here. Nope. Worth a shot. Okay. We're going to keep going up this way. I don't want to use that key up yet, unless this door is also locked. Of course it is. Of course it is. Ah, how... I should have known. The boiler room gets me deeper. The billiard room is a math puzzle. I know that already. The dark room... I think boiler room might be the way to go. Let me look. I think this door I need to have access to from a different direction to be able to use that room properly. Yeah, because that's the elevator side. One moment. Ugh. Might as well do the billiard room. Well, no. Yeah, billiard room, it amounts to the same thing. Get a feel for this puzzle. Banana. Banana, na, 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 na. 4 and 9. Is it addition? 13? What does that mean? Hold on. Yellow. Blue? The yellow ball is 13. 15. Does that mean... Don't even ask how I figured that out. I think I just assumed blue was addition. And then when it added another one, I assumed it was subtraction. And then when it added another one, I assumed it was multiplication. And it worked. It just worked. So that gives me keys, which is good because somewhere along the line, I remember I think the security room had a door I couldn't open because it needed a key. Shite. I need to get up beside the antechamber. We'll take this one. It gives me the most possibilities. You bitch. We're going to take an absolute chance on this. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Occasionally, you may discover small amounts of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. I can't use... This is a massive grill. That's more of a smoker than a grill, actually. Oh. Another security door. You know... Don't mind me, just peeing. You think it's chilly? I honestly think it's chilly. I love the Mr. In thing that my kid saw in it. And at the end of the day, it is... Oh, I gotta go way back to security room. And at the end of the day, it is his to make that call, I guess. But I personally think it is chilly. When drafting, you will no longer be able to see all three of your floor plans. Passageway. Select a new floor plan to permanently add it to your estate's draft pool. I know not what that means, but it's interesting to me. November 7th was day 1. This is important information. So that might make that time lock. That time lock might not be my computer time. It might be the calendar time. A sextant? Yeah, you might need that in here. The Great Hall partitioning plan for Wednesday, November 11th. Oh my lord. That's not a room, that's a deer. In the drafting studio, you will be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Potential new floor plans. The solarium. You're sitting in the solarium. You're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting, so long as you have it in. Casino has games of chance. The vestibule. Whenever you enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors in the room unlock, and the 4th one becomes locked. So that becomes a game of chance. And really interesting game of chance. It could lock you out of retreating. I kind of like this one. A quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted glass panes. This room is ideal for tea in the afternoons, getting some sun. Costs a gem. Costs 2 gems. Costs 2 gems. We're going to go this one. We will eventually get them all. Appreciate the follow over there, bud. Malik Mars. The Great Hall partitioning plan for November 11th. We're on day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. For today. Today is day 5. So this is for today. The Great Hall partitioning plan for today. I have yet to see the Great Hall, but interesting. This is a whole lot. It should come as no surprise that the first color that... is this actually the entire... Hold on. Good God. And while it is true most architectural plans and designs are found in blue paper, it is not the only color on which floor plans are drafted. Hundreds of years... I'm not going to read this one. I can read faster to myself. I'm sorry. Violet prints are only used in creating plans for bedrooms. Orange floor plans mean that it contains plans for a hallway. That tie each room to its color. The more green rooms you're able to draft, the more powerful their effects become. This is good to know. The hallways are the arteries of the home. The more hallways you have, the less likely you are to draft yourself into a dead end. Shops are always gold, yes. Negative space. Bedrooms are a daring addition to any home. Taking risks can be intimidating, but those who dare venture outside their comfort zone can reap the greatest rewards. Synergizes with tomato soup. Prismatic? I have not seen this yet. You may on rare occasions notice some some occasions. Some floor plans have more than one color. These rooms are unique in that they share the characteristics of each type of room associated. A floor plan with a violet and gold border is a bedroom shop. The aquarium is very useful and supports all color-based strategies. It can give you bonus steps for having a nursery, as well as being unlocked for having a foyer. I see. Help you find for the purples to the dreams. Blah, blah, blah. Color's another tool. Okay. All right. I'm hearing what you're saying. We're going to use this key. And we're going to see what happens. You hate me. You hate me, don't you? I kind of... Right, there was a security door back here. I think it was a security door here as well. So there's no point. I need more doors. Definitely an S. I can't tell. Sledgehammer, set of gems, running shoes. None of that I need. This one. Snag that next. The slice. 3 steps. Am I boned? No, I gotta, if I backtrack without running out of steps all the way back to here. Security to the foyer. Spare room, parlor, den. You're killing me, Smalls. I feel like you should be able to rotate these rooms and not just have to accept whatever they throw you. Would not have found that without it. I'm burning. I'm burning steps. A key, though. Hold the phone. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. So this room added some stuff. Keys for sale. I don't want to burn any steps if I can help it, so... Ooh, 2 keys. A gem. We're going to roll the dice on the west wing. Staff notice. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara, The west wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Dinner is served. Summer truffle sauce smothered in fontina cheese, wild mushrooms and spiced salami, cooked to perfection with just the right amount of char. I do not have a furnace in the house, so we're going to eat that, because I only have 3 steps left. You left that on the plate? You heathen! Passageway. Oh, I didn't even see how many steps that took. Corridor, always unlocked. Kitchen, I can do... The main course is served only in the dining room. Add 10 steps and add the morning room to today's draft pool. Oh, I didn't even realize it cost my money. It cost money. I didn't even see that. I was like, oh, free food. Sweet. Love that for me. I was wrong. I'm on that side of the... I want to get the garage on the other side of the house, though. Morning room. Tomorrow you start with 2 gems. Cool. I figured what the watering can does. The lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73. A lot of threes. After a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society, renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination for our readers over the years, not least of through his popular column, Baron Bafflers. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased, for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to her readers by her pen name Marian Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations, such as The Red Prince, we read that one, Swimbird, and New Clue. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests and mettle and wit, it's clear the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as last year's county science fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. Upgrade disc. Do I have a room with a terminal? The security room. But oh, it is a trek to get there. I don't think I can, unless I can get back through the courtyard in some way. I'm not going to chance it. The sauna. Lose 2 steps on the way through the gymnasium. The office has a computer and gives me money. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. I wonder what I might have missed. I know one thing that I only barely saw, which was that one note hidden in the other thing, as useful as that was for information. I put the disc in. Did it just eat it? There, I guess I was too far away from the computer. Oh. We can permanently upgrade the spare room, spare bedroom, spare green room, spare hall. So we can make it. Sometimes I wish you could keep it a few inventory items from day to day. There is a coat check room that I think I have one, or I haven't made it yet. I'd have to get lucky on a roll to keep it though. I think spare bedroom makes the most sense. Because I think that would give me steps. Oh my god, these locks. The lab is going to create a dead-end loop, but I can use the utility closet to turn off the key card requirement, but I'm not going to have enough steps. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'd have to get... No, this is dead end either way. 7, 6, 5, 4... Yeah. I'd have to... Pretty much this run is dead. At this point, I'm just have to take a guess at what I want to play with. So I might as well just use this one, because it's a new room. And I can check it out. I typically work over at Cinco Labs, but I got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine test. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Is there, like, stuff that shows up that, like, you wouldn't... Like, that you should scan every document sort of thing with the magnifying glass? Because I just kind of got lucky seeing that fine print the first time. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. Crud. I'd have to... Yeah, okay. Oh, what's this? Electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. Not true. Yes, but not every document has something. Okay, good to know. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. cause and effect. That's cool. Research logs. No experiments found. Okay. Okay, so this is the periodic table. Hold. 12. 12 things. I'm assuming right now that this is a standard periodic table and is reflective of an actual periodic table. A broken lever. I need that here, but I can't get there. Cooler is unaffected. Less than 20 degrees Celsius, apparently. That's what it means to me. Below 20 degrees Celsius, it is not affected. Either way, this is the it. That's hilarious. I just so happened to get lucky enough to be able to explore the locker room. Oh, there's a lot of keys in here. There's a lot of locks in here. Is it? Screw it. No point going in there. I have so many keys. I gotta be honest. This is the most troll run. This is ridiculous. I will never have access to this much resources, this many resources again. Are you seeing this right now? Occasionally save when traveling longer distances. Where is the rumored room 46? Theorize possible locations. North of the antechamber, below the foundation. Full house of 45 plus a bedroom. Did not work. Secret door in tomb. Doesn't exist. Red herring. Leaning towards this. Out of keys. Am I now out of places to go? Technically, no. I can burn. I think this gives me access to... Is this one door already open? Yes. And 7 steps left. Okay. And I fall asleep. Oh, it saved me a step. How lovely. And so ends the run. Okay, that's it. That's it. I have to force myself officially. A stately bed and breakfast. 5 bedrooms with bacon and eggs. I have to force myself to bed now. Oh. Thank you all and everyone who hung out with me. I appreciate you. Oh. Oh. I'll see you all probably.